right, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
Joining us in the studio this morning, we have royalty.
We do.
We have Miss Cocopah, Jocentah Miller, joining us.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure to have you here. And we have in a Miss Cocopah committee member, Rosa Santos.
Hello, y'all.
Good morning.
Thank you both
Good
once
morning.
again for coming in.
Thank you.
Now, this is for Miss Cocopah. It's a 2-year term?
Yes.
Okay, so you're 2024 to 2026, so
Yeah.
you're smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about how that experience has been for you so far.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
It is.
I gotta wrap up a year.
It's been great. There's definitely have been like a lot of ups and downs, but it's been amazing so far. I feel like I've learned so much and I've grown so much from being like a shy person to like not a shy person anymore, because that's how I am. That's how I grew up. I mean, I still get shy here and there, but it's not as bad as I was in the very beginning.
We've heard that from several young ladies who've been
Yeah.
title holders.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they talked about how they really came out of their shell.
Mm-hmm.
Public speaking is obviously something that's part of what you do.
Yeah.
But seeing all, Teresa and I have had the opportunity to spend time with quite a few of them over the 10 years we've been on the show. We
Yeah.
were just talking about that. And to see how they've just flourished in like the public arenas and stuff, with the confidence too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
So what made you want to do this? You know, because it is a pageant. You guys have to go through a whole series of things,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, so we haven't had a Miss Cocopah for like 7 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't really know why it like stopped.
Yeah.
But when it came back, it was just me and this other girl, so it wasn't that many contestants, I
Uh-huh.
guess. But the reason why I wanted to be Miss Cocopah is because I wanted to have self-growth. Like,
Yeah.
because, like I said before, like, I'm very shy, and I wanted to, like, get out of that. Because I didn't want that shyness affecting, like, my adulthood, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
It does.
Well, and what a great way to represent too. Again, you're bringing back something that is super important.
Yeah.
You know, you're out there representing for the tribe and making sure that the you have that representation out in the community. The community is aware that you guys are out there and what you guys are doing out there. I mean, because
Yeah.
Cocopah has been growing so much in these last few years with all of the different programs and things like that. I mean, there's just so much going on. So it's only fitting that they would bring back this Cocopah.
Yeah.
Now, with the title, what are some of the things that you have done? Have you been traveling?
Yes, I've been traveling. I'm trying to think back, like, what was my first thing I went to?
Was that Make a Throw?
No. I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, I've been traveling. I've been attending a lot of locally events here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you participate when you travel with other tribes?
Yes.
Any events?
Yeah, like dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of the cultural dancing and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exchange.
All right. Well, Rosa, let's talk about your experience because you're on the committee. Do you have a history connected to Miss Cocopah?
Actually, I don't. I started off as Jocentah's mentor, and that kind of grew into me then becoming a part of the committee. So far, it's been amazing working with Jocentah. I think out of the committee, I work the closest with her. And it's been a blessing to see how much she has grown, the eagerness to learn about our culture and about, historically what has gone on with our tribe. Because that's essential when she does go network with other tribes. Some of the royalty and Jocentah might be future leaders of tribes. And that's why it's important to connect and to network and to build those friendships. Ultimately creating unity, that's the goal, right?
Yes.
So it's so funny because her goal is the same goal as my goal for our tribe, for the Cocopah tribe, is, for us to work better together and work with other tribes and just create a sense of unity and a safe place for cultural exchange.
And I think
awesome.
I think that's one of the biggest things is you're building those relationships and it's important for the tribe to thrive when you have the support of other tribes and things like that. It just makes it so much easier. When you have somebody that understands your traditions and what you're going through and the importance of keeping those traditions alive. And like you said, future leaders, the times have to change, people come and go and it's time for those youngins to step up and we've talked about it multiple times here, even within different nonprofit organizations and things like that. we have to have those younger ones start to step up into those big roles. So this is a perfect way to start.
She's doing an amazing job at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also go to events to network with people who've grown up in Yuma that are outside of the tribe. So we attended the fur ball. That was really, really amazing. Yeah. And what was the dog's name? Stella?
Lola.
Lola.
Yeah.
Lola was
she's
there.
adorable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of education connected with what you're doing, with what you're doing, not just only here across the Yuma area, but when you do travel to other places too, you're letting them know about what the Cocopah tribe represents and the history. And, you know, you mentioned you do a lot of the dancing. That's a huge part of the culture. And a lot of people, if you've been to parades, you've probably seen that at some point or been to some of the different events with the different tribes here in our community. So, you know, we're blessed to have two. That some people never have that opportunity to even see that, but we are close to two different tribes here.
Yeah.
Now, what with the next year, 2026 is coming up. What are you hoping to accomplish or to experience within the remainder of your reign?
I really want to go to a unity conference that's held in Phoenix. And it's like a 3-day conference, I believe, because I've never been to a conference, and I feel like that will help my reign, you know?
Yeah, definitely. The conferences are huge networking opportunities.
Right?
Yeah. And you know, to even, you know, meet and with other, you know, different tribes and other different tribes and things like that, you know, kind of collaborate and I think you guys could all grow from each other, learning from each other, and there's maybe something that they do that you don't. You're like, okay, well, this is something we need to put on our list.
Yeah.
And whether it's something for you or maybe for the next Miss Cocopah. Yes, your reign is 2 years, but the goal is to kind of bring in these youngins and bring in these other girls and say, hey, it's time for you guys to step up, you know, because you're only there 2 years, so somebody's gonna have to follow in those footsteps.
And I like though that it is 2 years, because by the time you're kind of really getting off the ground, there's so much. If it were just a year, I mean, it goes by so fast, and there's things you need to go and just a lot of events to attend. Now, for those young ladies who might be watching or listening right now, who are thinking, I think I might like to go run for that in 2026 for the next term, you know, what would you pass on to them?
My knowledge, my support will definitely be there for them, because I've had it rough, you know. But I would love to be there for them. I feel like that's what they really need, is just support.
Well, again, not having had a Miss Cocopah for so many years.
You're kind of relearning the position.
Yes. But again, having a committee too that is able to bring in some ideas and help you navigate along the way. Because I imagine it was probably pretty scary right at the beginning.
Yes,
what do I do? Where do I go?
Yeah.
So, now, when will information come out about that next pageant?
So my term ends November 15th, 2026.
Okay.
So hopefully around November.
Okay, so you have just another full year almost.
Yeah, I do.
Ready to go.
And it's going to go by fast.
Well, yeah, and then part of that year is going to be spending, you know, getting these other contestants ready, you know, starting prepare them to, because yours ends in November, so you got to start that prep work a little early to get them ready, so somebody's right there to fill those shoes.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about you, Jocentah. Are you still attending school?
No, not at the moment. I do work though.
Okay.
I was attending college, but I stopped. But I do plan on going back.
You have a lot on your plate.
Yeah, I do. It is a lot. Even with work, it's like, you know, it like affects my schedule sometimes. Sometimes I do miss my.
When did you graduate?
2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, it's really nice to meet you.
Yes.
And we've seen you a couple different places already, but I think we're coming and going.
Where did you see me? Do you remember?
I don't. We go to a lot of things.
Okay.
We probably have the same kind of schedule.
Well, and if you have anything come up, if there's anybody out there that is interested in maybe having you come and speak to their groups, is that an option?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do they just reach out?
Yeah, so what they'll want to do is reach out to the Cocopah Indian tribe,
Okay.
To the administrator. She'll syndicate that information to us. I just wanted to pop in and say really quick that we do plan on starting the recruitment process somewhere around maybe August, September.
Okay.
I know that we are talking about I don't know. I think my suggestion was tea time with Miss Cocopah, but something like that where we can have
like a meet and greet.
Yeah, like a meet and greet, and talk to her, and she could begin to spread that knowledge and begin that knowledge and let them know that she's supporting them, you know.
Well, and I think that's important too.
Yeah, it
The
is.
recruitment is let them, you know, she kind of can give them an idea of what goes into it because it is a commitment, you know, and you are a representation of the tribe, you know. So
Well, we have a
important.
positive comment here. Dorinda Ironcloud said she has done a great job. Continue to wish her well.
That's so sweet.
I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Thanks, Dorinda. Thank you.
Yes, reach out to the tribe if you're
Yeah.
interested in having Miss Cocopah speak to maybe your classroom or at a local event.
Organization,
Yes.
you know, Girl Scouts, all those different things.
We always encourage people to, you can follow the Cocopah tribe on the Cocopah Now page on YouTube. They have a lot of great information. Teresa and I have watched many of the videos and it's like, well, that's cool. We didn't know
That's
that.
how we keep up with all the different programs and things like that are going on. And
Jonathan does an amazing
I think we're
job.
live on that page right now.
Yeah,
too,
we
so.
are. And I also do have a Facebook page for Miss Cocopah as well.
What's it under? I'll
It's
pull it
Miss
up.
Cocopah Indian Tribe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll pull it up right
We will
now.
tag you in that
Thank
feed.
you.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure.
It's an honor to
All
be
right,
here.
we will have you back before next November.
Yes.
It won't be so long next time.
Yes.
So, well, thank you both once again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.